So imagine this. I was trying to fall asleep, rolling from side to side, and my thoughts were swirling from case to case. Then I thought I should start going to the gym. I was about to start attending a new school, so I want to perform at my best. Before I could do anything about it, the COVID started and gyms closed down. I thought that won't be any problem, just I will train at home. How it ends? Only plans and overthinking every fucking thing. Should I do push-ups with wide or narrow? Should I do pull-ups with 3 or 4 set? Bulk or cut? And what about with... and so on. After a few months, I finally decide for something. I turned on the music, metallic rhythm filled my body. I started doing my first set of push-ups. Unfortunately, after the first difficulties, I quickly gave up and back to just looking for the best training program. And so on, for another month. No progress, no results, just eternal doubts. Maybe I should change training program. Maybe I will change a diet. Maybe keto? Maybe carnivore? But where I will get the time and money for such a diet? Maybe, until finally a whole year passed. Frustrated at myself for lack of any results, I decided that this year will be different. Full of motivation, I walked over to my desk, sat down, picked up a notebook and started writing. I wrote and wrote. I planned everything. I will do meditation, gym, earning money online. I optimized everything, trying to bring more self-discipline. The results? Awesome motivation for the first week. And then I went back to my old habits. It took a few months of fooling myself that everything was fine. But one day, I couldn't stand it. As I scrolled on TikTok again and again, that day I saw the rich people. This one in luxury car, that one in expensive hotel. They were eating great foods, the finest steaks, exotic fruits with sweet and exotic taste. Someone else on a big yacht. Each of them did what they want and when they want. They were getting full advantage of life. I thought to myself, how the fuck there are some people who are able to achieve their goals so easily? Why do I keep struggling with even the simplest things? What the fuck I'm missing? I spent the next few months researching different methods of achieving goals and planning. I read books, browsed forums, looked on how to do guides. Practically none of the method worked. But finally, after 4 months of trying and failing, something started to work. I started to meditate regularly and do exercise at home. As soon as gyms were open, on the first day I bought a pass. Overnight, I gave up online games, social media and other addictions. There was still a lot of work to be done, but finally something started to come out. I finally achieving the goals that I set, and it only get better and better over time. The reason I'm telling you this is because you need to understand that achieving your goals isn't about how you are disciplined or motivated, but more how do you take about accomplishing them. You can achieve all your goals as long as you approach it in the right way. You can avoid overthinking, problem with regularity and self-discipline. Plus, in the end, you will be finally proud of yourself. So, how should you start? Step 0. Take a piece of paper and set somewhere between 7 or 21 goals that you would like to achieve in next 3 years. More goals equal better. Give yourself time, pause video and do it. Step 1. Write down your honest feeling about each one. You don't have to limit yourself. More emotions equal better. Step 2. Now delete from this list every goal you are unsure you can accomplishing them and those that seems most trivial. This constrains what most people say on internet, like building momentum on simple goals, or try to achieve something big. And even if you don't succeed, even if you have half of it, you will have something bigger than you can even think about it. The results of these methods you probably already seen in your life. Procrastination, lack of motivation, and more wasted weeks. Therefore, I will say it again. Cross out all the goals that seems too easily to you and those that are too ambitious or difficult. Step 3. Now, you need to concretize each of goals you have left. General goals work much less well than more specific ones. AG, I want to get stronger, or I want to start going to the gym regularly, will work much less well than I want to bench press 100 kg by end of this year. Well-written goals are measurable. You need to be able to easily answer the question, have I already achieved this goal or not? So imagine your purpose will be achieving finance freedom. Then, setting goal like earn 10,000 online per month will work 10 times better than saying, I want to get richer. With general goals, you will end up being unsatisfied and insecure as to whenever you achieved this yet or not, which will quickly result in lack of motivation. But you have already currently experienced this before. Important advice. If you are new to any area, don't try to give yourself time constraints, because you simply can't give a good estimate how long a things will take. So, when you have never had a barbell before, don't try to predict how long it will take me to bench press X kilogram. Just go to the gym for first time, bro. Simply focus on training and getting stronger. Step 4. Now, when every of your goals sounds correct, rate the importance of each goals from 1 to 10. Last step. Finally, when you have rated how important each goal is, you need to mark 3 top goals you have given the highest value to yourself. If there are less than 3, it's okay. Once you have done this, remove all other goals. Why? Do you familiar with 80-20 rule? The 80-20 rule is key to achieving success, proven by a lot of successful people. Now, when you did all these things, I will give you the technique that will help you achieving them. There are one of most effective ways to achieve your goals: changing your environment. Changing your environment is absolutely a phenomenal thing. With it, you can practically overnight change your way of behaving, improve your productivity, and destroy your fears. Think about it. Do you behave in the same way in gallery as you would in work or school? Of course not! And if you can't achieve your goals in the current environment, why don't you just change it? I'm not saying to drop everything now and move to another place. What I'm saying is you should consciously start transforming your environment in such a way that it helps you achieve your chosen goals. Your environment is made up of many things, from obvious one like your room, your bed, your flat, to less obvious like people you spend time with or smells and sounds you hear. You can change any of these elements to create completely new environment, and the more you change, the better it will be. But remember to avoid repeating old habits in a new environment, because then the method will not work. You will again be in disadvantaged environment. If you find it difficult or overwhelming to change a whole environment, I recommend you to focus on these specific elements. People. Changing the people you surrender yourself with may seem difficult and unnecessary, but in reality it is not at all. Think about how many people genuinely care about you. Who will care about you if you don't speak to them first for a week? Imagine how your friends would behave if you died right now. Some would maybe grieve a little. Maybe someone would cry. After a week or month, everyone would be living their own lives, and most would probably forget about you. This is brutal true. If you want to change your environment, you should start with people. Do your friends have the same goals as you? Do your friends motivate you to achieve your goals? Or you are afraid to even tell them about your purpose for fear that they will ridicule you? We have only one life and it's short. There is no point in wasting it on parasites like them. This will be the best change in your life. Focus on yourself and you will find more valuable people faster than you can imagine. Second element. Focus on senses other than sight. Most people are so used to it that they almost ignore other senses, most of the time using them only occasionally. Instead of being like them, focus on adding new sensory experiences. This type of changes is the best cited as an amplifier of other changes. e.g., if you have moved your workspace from your bedroom to another room, you can spray a particular perfume each time before you start work. After some time, you will start associate it with focusing on work. By the way, it is important that you don't use this perfume for anything else. The last change in your environment that I recommend is to use one place to do one thing. e.g., in your bed you only sleep. In your desk in your room you only work. On sofa in the living room you only watch movies. In kitchen you only eat. With this beautiful division of space, you won't only gain more focus when working, but you will also get more enjoyment from other activities. If you can change the location of an activity, e.g., you have to study at your desk in your room because there is nowhere else to go, but probably you're still playing games at your desk, eating breakfast and doing a lot of other things. Then you should focus on increasing the triggers you want to strengthen and weakening those that are unnecessary. So how to do this? Every time, stronger behavior will beat weaker behavior. You can stronger behaviors by doing them more often and weakening by doing them less frequent. So often you will focus on work on your desk, and the rather you eat at this desk, your behavior of focusing will increasing. And if you really want to max your gains with this method, you not only do other unnecessary behavior rarer, you need to stop doing them at all. Yes, you hear right. If you truly want this improvement in your life, you need to stop doing other activities in place that you want to be more focused. So no matter what you are changing in your environment, remember, the most important thing is that you don't repeat destructive habits in your new environment, because then a world change will be pointless. You just get a negative environment again. Okay, so building new habits will increase positive impact made by changing your environment. When you couldn't go to gym regularly, were you shy? Now, in new gym, become a social butterfly and get to know as many people as possible. It may be difficult at first, but think of it as a game. Every time you perform an activity, you add another XP point in the direction of your goals. Whenever you want to drive a new Bugatti, retired family, or just earn money for cool stuff, every action that you take will you make closer or further from this. And you know this deep inside. This is your opportunity, don't waste it. Don't take it as another YouTube video. This is the message specifically for you. The moment to start your action is now. With things included in this video, you will be finally able to do it and create a better future. Imagine yourself in this future scenario. You wake up at the best hour for you. Feel comfortable mattress under your back and the warm rays of sun gently brushing your face. Clean air flows into the room through an open window. Next to you, your wife is still sleeping. You can hear her calm breathing. You notice that she is smiling through her sleep. You felt a warm glow in your heart, glad to be living with such a wonderful person. You get up slowly, trying to not awake her. You quickly walk to living room, where your laptop is waiting for you. You sit down in soft armchair and raise your hands on top of wooden desk. You switch laptop on, you check your business. Another day brings you another profit. You see the numbers growing, hear of notification informing you of new profits. You feel a satisfaction that fills you from the inside out. Every change you make brings a smile on your face because you know that your work really helps people. After an hour of work, you notice a pleasant smell of freshly brewed coffee coming from the kitchen. You get up and walk over to where your wife is preparing your breakfast. The table is set with your favorite foods: meat, eggs, and fruits. You sit down to enjoy this moment with her. Every bite of breakfast tastes special, and the conversation around the table energizes you for the rest of the day. After the meal, you get into car and drive to the gym. The road is full of sunshine, and your favorite music is playing from the radio, putting you in a positive mood. In the gym, groups of your friends are waiting for you. You see their smiles, hear their voice and their laughs. You train together, motivation each other, pushing harder and harder. The reflection of your athletic figure in the mirror reminds you how much you have already achieved. In the background, you hear heavy weights, banging and sounds of other people exercising. You can feel the sweat on your skin and tightness of your muscles, a sight of well-done workout. But what if you don't do anything? If you keep promising yourself, tomorrow will be different, I will start in the new year. People who put off their goals wake up 5 or 10 years later in a reality that they really hate. Their alarm clock rings too early, forcing them to get up in a stuffy room with a stench of bad smell of neglect. They go to a shitty job that they honestly hate, earning too little to change anything. They live in a world of opposition. On the one hand, they want improvement. On the other, they attack those who show them the way. They are full of frustration, hating themselves and others, blaming their failures on everyone around them. Every day, they fight for the smallest scraps, not having the courage to look in the mirror and admit, I am responsible for my life. Who doesn't care of others, doesn't care of yourself. It is indeed a terrible fate. But you have already chosen differently. I know you stayed here until the end of this film because you want to make a change. Anyone who wasn't ready left this conversation long ago. For those most consistent, I have one question. What do you think about daily newsletter to help you stay motivated to achieve your goals? If it's a good idea, let me know in the comments. And now, I remind you to subscribe and like this video. See you next time.